crashes into the advertising rope. So it is a good stop, a fair stop. You can see that. Beautiful, very nicely done.
I'm going to stick up for Ashish Nehra as well in his last game.
I'm with Shamshu. Virat Kohli having a word with the umpire as well.
Grease standing. It's gone just over the shoulder.
Switching sides, I'm with you.
Thank you, Sanj.
Some of the politicians around the world changing parties very quickly. Well, this has gone up. Not too far. Is that Pandya under the ball again? Misses on the second attempt. That would have been brilliant had he taken the catch.
Well, cricket is a funny game, isn't it? He takes an outstanding catch in the previous over. Absolutely breathtaking catch. And this was not easy. Running backwards is never easy. But he made it. The game is so quick on his feet. He's made it, and because he's made it, you would expect him to catch it.
8 runs from the over. 3 overs gone. It's 15 for 1.
Hi, low data, no problem. Hotstar ऑटो मोड के अलावा डेटा है ढेर सारे डेटा सेविंग ऑप्शन. अगर आप 720p पे वीडियो देखेंगे तो प्रेम अंकल और सुमन आंटी का कबूतर जाता है और 180p पे प्रेम अंकल.
Munro was adding that X factor at the top of the order, doing things differently. Went for 92 runs in the last game, Bhuvaneshwar Kumar. Bowled an important over though, the 49, where a lot of people thought Bumrah should have bowled it. When it mattered, kept the runs down in that over. Yeah, just got the ball too close to his body, couldn't get his hands in the right position because of that. Love to have a wicket. This farewell international game. Pandya again.
One from 6. Kane Williamson can't find the gap. New Zealand desperately in need of making the most of this first 6 overs in particular.
Shikhar Dhawan won't get there, but his partner will. Akshar Patel has overdone the flick. Slightly offline, Bhuvaneshwar Kumar. New Zealand getting 3 of that one.
Long distance cover for Akshar Patel, but he did well. New Zealand need big overs. Field restrictions for the first 6 overs. 2 fielders outside the 30-yard circle for the first 6 overs. Then the fielding captain can have more.
And here's the danger man for Bhuvaneshwar Kumar. India as well, Colin Munro. Open stance. For Bhuvaneshwar Kumar.
Waiting on the short one. He was waiting on the bouncer. Brilliant from Bhuvaneshwar Kumar. Munro took him about the park in the last game of the one-day international. Not tonight. 87 mile an hour. Right on the money. Way too late, Munro. Doesn't take long to get back on top for very fine players, and Bhuvaneshwar Bhuvaneshwar Kumar does that tonight. Munro gone for 7, 18 for 2.
MJ5 का Synchro versus 13.13 का Swag.
पूरी लाइफ में हमने ऐसा शो कभी जज नहीं किया है।
क्या ये नए चैलेंजेस पड़ेंगे भारी चैंपियंस MJ5 पर? देखिए ये शो अभी हॉटस्टार पर।
It's really great to watch him bat, Tom Latham. Consistent right through that one-day series, showed great skills and temperament right through that series. Played spin as well. T20 Simon. What about T20s and Tom Latham?
Well, he would have said, but he wouldn't have been in the side. He wouldn't have been in the starting lineup prior to the one-day internationals, but he played so well and forced the selectors' hands. Whether it be the seamers or the spinners in particular, he batted beautifully. Ross Taylor wasn't in the original squad for the T20s, so with what Tom Latham has done in those one-day internationals, he's deserved a slot, deserved a place in this side.
Slowly finding his line after that wicket. Needed something like that Bhuvaneshwar Kumar early in his spell. Spotting this.
Here's the lead. Swinging delivery. He might have just got a bit of an inside edge on it, but he was clearly too late on the shot. And Simon said, I think he was anticipating, he was waiting for the short ball because he'd been peppered with short deliveries in the previous one-day game. Another dot ball. 3 of the over, 18 for 2.
Gentlemen, now streaming on Hotstar.
Good T20 records. Back in the dressing room. Earlier India got 202 for 3. Dhawan was the aggressor when those two were together. As he went through the innings, Rohit Sharma just quickened up his pace, and in the end just 80 of just 55 balls. Virat Kohli looked good for his 26th not out. The spinners were really stars for New Zealand. Santner was economical, so they get the wickets again. So Ashish Nehra has been given a break, couple of overs, and replaced by Jasprit Bumrah, the star from the last game. Harsha Bhogle was wondering where are the Yorkers. New Zealand were bowling, but we've seen some good ones from India. And this is just excellent thinking. Have a look at this. Look at where the ball is pitched for Munro. Happened to Rohit Sharma in one of the one-day games. So that's what he's expecting. That's what he's tuned to playing, and then suddenly this happens. Completely different proposition.
And that's why Bhuvaneshwar Kumar is such a fine bowler. He completely outthought Colin Munro on that occasion. Seen since that first game, it's been short balls and slower balls for the most part to Munro. There's Tom Latham. Stats need work.
Good effort. Diving forward. I think that was Shreyas Iyer there. Was that his first touch of the ball? Had one earlier?
Well, the ball got up a little more than Tom Latham anticipated. Good effort. Wasn't going to carry, but still making the effort.
Oh, that's gone quickly past second slip. It's going to be 4 runs. Shikhar Dhawan at first, very wide.
never mind if it's come off the middle of the bat or the outside edge like this. This is a good delivery. Look at the way it's taken off a little bit away from the left-hander, and therefore the edge. He's been in form, Tom Latham, so he won't have too many edges. He's been middling most in the one-day series.
He's getting the ball to move off the pitch. Just looking at Tom Latham's numbers, Simon. Average very low, strike rate as well, just 100. He was there in the original T20 squad, and not just recent form that has kept him in the playing 11.
The recent form has popped him into the 11. They would have been looking at Glenn Phillips to keep wicket and bat in the top order. So that would have been the situation coming into the T20s, I believe. But the form of Tom Latham through those one-dayers has warranted a spot in this middle order. Just got to find a way to look at those numbers. They were phenomenal. Tough situation to walk in at. You've still got to create a strike rate because the guys prior to you have not done that. The opening batsmen have failed to do it, so it's not an easy spot to come and bat.
How good is Bumrah? He's got the batsman to defend in a T20 innings. A couple of balls are getting the edges, beating the batsman.
Those two early wickets will also make New Zealand's batsmen maybe just wait a little bit before they open their shoulders.
Excellent over, 6 runs coming off it. 5 overs gone, 24 for 2.
McDowell's #1 soda. Aaj banao #1 yari.
After 5 overs, New Zealand have lost Gutchell and Munro, and they've been pretty much on fire these 5 overs. They're playing 5 full bowlers today. The effect is showing. Bhuvneshwar Kumar comes on. 4 good overs. You got Bumrah coming in to bowl the 5th. Now Bhuvneshwar the 6th. I think it's been proven now across the world with the amount of franchise cricket there is in T20 cricket that it's a good bowling side that's more likely to win a match. And India have backed their team with 5 proper bowlers, each of whom is a lead bowler for his franchise side.
I think you couple that too with the fact that I think India have been intelligent and smart with their tactics. It's not just about the skills. They've attacked Gutchell and Munro with spin early on because they know they don't like it. And they're quick to adjust to Munro when he gets going with the short ball, and slower balls to be variations.
Well, he played that shot well, and it's gone the distance. Just wonder how much these shots are premeditated.
100% premeditated. That's what the answer to that one is. It's 2 batsmen in New Zealand, 2 of the more skillful players, but not big power players. More likely to look for that region and perhaps back over the bowler's head.
Just get a single. It's not his game to be coming charging down. He wants a second, he won't get it. I think the game's evolved to an extent where you need not be a power hitter. You can still get 8 and over, 8, 9 and over. That's what New Zealand will want from Williamson. They want the power hitters around him. A batsman I've just so enjoyed watching is coming now, Tom Latham. Sometimes you look at a batsman, his would be the first name I'll go to now in a New Zealand car because it just looks so impressive. But as Sanjay Manjrekar was saying a little while back, does he have the game to play at 200 run chase?
as well.
I thought Tom Latham was the best New Zealand batsman on the tour 12 months ago here in India as well. And what that says is in these conditions, he's one of the first players you put down on the team sheet. Where he did struggle, if he did, in one-day cricket in New Zealand throughout this last New Zealand season, was the extra bounce that Australia and South Africa came at him with. And they were able to tie him up with that good length delivery, much like what we saw in the last over from Jasprit Bumrah. Same line and length, dead straight. So he'll keep evolving. If he can do that, then it's quite a find, I think, for New Zealand to bat in that number 5 spot.
We saw when Sunrisers won the IPL in 2016, they won it on the back of a very strong bowling side. You really need 5-6 batsmen, don't you, in a T20 game, and you've got 5 full bowlers. It's often a better way to go about it, and India have picked the right combination today. Passing rate is 12. You see Nehra, Bumrah, Chahal, Bhuvneshwar and Akshar, 5 full bowlers. Oh, beautiful ball. See, you can still enjoy a good delivery in a T20 game. 33 for 2.
थ्री इडियट्स के अंदर एक कैरेक्टर था रेंचो टॉपर था, रेंचो हर चीज में उंगली करता था। ऐसे बंदे से कभी प्यार नहीं होता सर। कॉलेज में इनकी होती कंबल कुटाई।
This is real stand-up comedy, seriously.
देखिए ये शो अभी हॉटस्टार पर।
Bowling.
Kumar has now bowled 2 overs, 1 for 12. Just seeing the left-arm spinner. Just thinking, looking at it from a New Zealand point of view, we're looking and saying, right, which bowler can we target for 50-55 runs in 4 overs? And when you're playing regular bowlers, then the answer often is none.
India has backed themselves with options, haven't they? They've got Hardik Pandya as well today, 4 seamers. And Akshar Patel generally is very tidy. Just that nagging length, he's got that natural angle and the height from where he bowls. And this is the last delivery from the previous over. Absolute Jaffa. Just shaping in and then just leaving him. And that's all you can offer. Because sometimes a good delivery is good delivery in any form of the game.
Why does she keep that argument going? Well, that point of view, not argument. If you've got to look for a bowler who's going to concede 4 overs 50, the problem for New Zealand is, 1, they've got to find that bowler, and 2, from now on, with the asking rate 12.37, every bowler has to go 4 overs for 50.
And the way that India have bowled, I'm not sure New Zealand will find that bowler. One thing I think the two teams have been different. New Zealand went searching for wickets, and therefore they gave up a few more poor balls to hit. India have been disciplined, and they've said, well, we'll wait for you to hit us rather than go searching.
Well, the pressure's going to be on Latham now, because he's, 6 of 10. We're in the 7th over. So the pressure on him to start playing the bigger shots, because the asking rate will start going up with every delivery. Very often you pace yourself and say, right, if I can get 2 or 3 overs that are 16, 17 run overs, then right, that's what I need over 20 overs. New Zealand now need every over to be a 12, 13 run over.
So which means that they have to go at every bowler. That's where you find who's the one who's going to be under pressure, be put under pressure. If you take it to the last ODI, Bhuvneshwar Kumar has been a bank. But he was targeted in the very first over, and then his analysis was very different at the end of the day. So in a T20 game, you're going to have those 2 bowlers who are going to leak runs.
Who's the batsman then who's going to play the flyer from here for New Zealand? Is it Colin de Grandmont who can play the big shots down the ground? He couldn't do it when the occasion was needed, when the occasion presented itself in the last ODI.
So who's the batsman who's going to come and play this big flyer that New Zealand need?
It's a good question. A young, not a debutant, but early in his career, Tom Bruce, who's powerful strike with the ball, will be in next. Good first over though from Akshar Patel, 38 for 2.
इस तेजी से बदलती दुनिया में हर सही चीज पर पकड़ होनी चाहिए, जैसे फिसलती कुर्सी पर पकड़, नोटों के बदलते रंग पर पकड़, किसी की रोजी रोटी की फिक्र पर पकड़। एबीपी न्यूज रखता है हर खबर पर पकड़, ताकि आप रहें सबसे आगे। एबीपी न्यूज आपको रखे आगे।
3 इडियट्स के अंदर एक कैरेक्टर था रेंचो टॉपर था। रेंचो हर चीज में उंगली करता था। ऐसे बंदे से कभी प्यार नहीं होता सर। कॉलेज में इनकी होती कंबल कुटाई।
This is real stand-up comedy, seriously.
देखिए ये शो अभी हॉटस्टार पर।
Answers. This thing that they're doing over there, just carrying a carpet across and the rope across, how much does it help combat the dew?
This is exactly what me, Sanjay and Scotty were talking in the first half. It just displaces water, it does nothing else, unless and until you've got a material of the rope which is so absorbent that it just takes everything along with it. All you see is just water getting displaced and moved around.
Well, if it could absorb water, then you wouldn't want a rope, you just want a whole surface. Maybe it just takes away little droplets off from it. This is the action so far. Absolutely stunning catch that by Hardik Pandya. The kind of catch you see from different angles, it looks even more impressive. Then Ashish Nehra had the opportunity to pick a wicket. This is probably the easier of the two catches, though he was running back. He covered a fair bit of ground.
Indian quick bowlers though have been on the money, making New Zealand batsmen invent new strokes. Tight start, hasn't it, from India? Those 2 early wickets putting New Zealand under pressure. Kane Williamson going at just a run a ball, and Tom Latham barely able to get going at 6 off 11. 12.69 runs per over needed. The boundaries need to flow, just 2 fours and the solitary 6 in the first 7 overs of this run chase.
For 7. Ashish Nehra 2 overs for 13. He's getting ready to bowl his third. Chahal 1 over for 2. He's taken a wicket. Bhuvneshwar has taken a wicket. Bumrah's bowled 1 good over. They hold him back for the end. And Akshar Patel has started well too. Something dramatic to happen from here. If it does, got a great evening ahead.
In a T20, to be able to sustain 2 runs per ball for such a long period is never easy. And especially given the way Indians have attacked and the way they've bowled, definitely got a task on. Playing the game. This is a tough chase now.
Couple of inches too high.
Brilliant effort. Graham Williamson quite timing it to perfection. But having to move just a little bit to his right meant that he couldn't get the big jump that he needed. And those either stick or they don't. Even the bowler acknowledges it was a pretty decent attempt.
And coming back to the point we were making, Scotty, I think sometimes when we get hit at 38, 39, you're constantly pressing the snooze button and the alarm. Your body refuses to wake up. The lonely hours in the gym.
You two young men.
Yeah, that's what happens when you go through injuries. The amount of cricket one has played, you definitely want to sleep a bit more.
Gee, these two young men pretending they are 70 years old.
Sometimes in cricketing parlance, when you hit 38, 39, it feels like 70.
Of that over from Ashish Nehra. It's 48 for 2.
अब हंसी के फूटेंगे असली पंख क्योंकि अब शुरू होने वाला है कॉमेडी का रियल मैच जिसमें है दो नए अंपायर साजिद और श्रेयास।
अगर किसी ने कॉमेडी का सिक्सर नहीं मारा तो हम वही करेंगे जो अंपायर कर रहे हैं ओनली।
अब बेटा ये वही टिकेगा जो हंसा हंसा कर पेट में दर्द करेगा।
अब होगा असली कॉमेडी का सिलसिला शुरू। देखिए ये शो अभी हॉटस्टार पर।
It was 48 for 2 New Zealand. It's those two little red rectangles on overs number 2 and 4 that have hurt them. Raghu is just bowling slightly slower through the air.
Just getting it to term. We saw the New Zealand spinners do exactly that. Nice shot. But brilliantly fielded. Kohli this time. 2 and 2 overs for him.
Gee, he's been on fire in the field, hasn't he? Sometimes, and we see this with a lot of great batsmen, because everyone talks about their batting, don't often mention how good they are in the field. Virat's been fantastic.
I think the athleticism of the Indian side has just gone through the roof over the last 15, 20, 30 years. Brilliant athletes now.
Here's an example of that. 2 efforts from Hardik Pandya. Look at the distance he's got to cover on that. The ball's in the air for a long time, but he's still got to put in that magnificent dive. Completes the catch. Now what about this one? Still got to run back, what about 15 yards, right?
It is the tougher of the two catches. Every time you have to backpedal, you're never in control because you're always circling, the ball's always circling. You're never in the good position to judge, and that's exactly what happened with Hardik Pandya. The first one, he was brilliant because when you dive, sometimes you catch the ball, and then once the elbow hits the ground, that's when it pops out. He managed to hold on to it, still tumble.
A rare lapse. I'm delighted we were able to show you the second catch, show how much distance he had to cover. Sometimes on a telecast, you see the last yard or so, and you think, he should have got there, but getting there is also a function of how much further you had to actually run. Just 6 of the over, it's not good enough. 54 for 2 from 9.
आप वो हम दिखाते हैं without any special effects. I feel ये international जाना चाहिए.
This is it.
मचाले, 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 मचाले। देखिए ये शो अभी हॉटस्टार पर।
you're using the sixth bowler, Hardik Pandya, sometimes even if you don't need to use a bowler, you give an over or two in between. You give yourself a lot of options at the back end. Oh, there's the edge. What a great phase in life to be when you can do no wrong.
No express pace, but he gets a lot of bounce out of his action. 131 kilometres an hour. Short and wide. Williamson felt he could have put that away. And the move works. Everything turning to gold for Virat Kohli and his team. Excellent seam position. You can see how wide it was. Normally an area where Williamson loves them. Simple catch for Dhoni, the New Zealand skipper. And his disappointment is on his way back to the pavilion. New Zealand will lose their third. 28 for Kane Williamson, 54 for 3.
थ्री इडियट्स के अंदर एक कैरेक्टर था रेंचो टॉपर था। रेंचो हर चीज में उंगली करता था। ऐसे बंदे से कभी प्यार नहीं होता सर। कॉलेज में इनकी होती कंबल कुटाई।
This is real stand-up comedy, seriously.
देखिए ये शो अभी हॉटस्टार पर।
Stage, is it? If you're a young man coming out to bat, Tom Bruce coming out to join another young man, Tom Latham. Tenth over, 54 for 3. New Zealand needs another 149. This game is moving away from New Zealand. It's galloping away from them. Here's Tom Bruce, 5 matches. The reason he's in the side is he strikes at 130. First shot.
He's got a lot of power, has Tom Bruce, and as an exciting young talent, just getting going in his career. He's there because of the New Zealand skipper, just finding a faint outside edge.
It's a unique catching style, isn't it, from Dhoni? It's like the crocodile's jaws just shutting on the ball. That at the end of Williamson.
We spoke about Tom Bruce, whatever evidence from the first ball, the swing speed was definitely 130 there.
Right, they'll run away for 4. And he got whipped. And in all fairness, therefore, Latham used it well.
And this is why Kane Williamson will be feeling sick. This is a similar delivery to the one that he was dismissed on. And he was trying to do the exact same thing. Tom Latham in terrific form. Doesn't miss out. India have been excellent to him, giving him no width whatsoever.
Yes, back closer to the body. That is about where they were bowling to him all along, not giving him any width at all.
Just mentioned how they'd been tight, and only that last boundary was the first wide delivery he'd received. Kept them quiet. Here's India of Tom Latham. Excellent bowling. Most left-handers like to cut and to knock the ball off their hip.
He said that one of the best shots that he played in the limited overs leg was when he would literally just pick the ball up on the onside. Oh, there he goes. That's the reason he's here. Comes and plays his first big game in India. One big shot, second for 4. 10 of the over so far.
Once again, a bit of width because it was banged into the surface. It already made room. So it was easy to free those arms. You can see him moving aside. Even a delivery on or around the off stump has got enough. Once again, backing away, following him this time. 11 of the over, it's 65 for 3.
लव की कोई भाषा नहीं होती, बस फील है, क्या दे दे।
Gentlemen, now streaming on Hotstar.
got to say, slightly disappointing chase so far from New Zealand, considering their #1 ranked status in T20 internationals. They have never beaten them in T20 internationals. I was expecting a little more, but who knows? Things can quickly change. Akshat Patel, the second spinner. Team doing a fair job.
You've seen Bruce bat for 4 deliveries, and all those 4 have been trying to back away and cut, even against the spinner.
Nice of him to not run for that run. You're entitled to run if you want to. He was being polite, like all of you guys. Worried about his sweep shot. Field on the offside for that reverse sweep. He goes normal this time and pick up a single. He's let that ball go. That's Dhoni again. The batsman may have made the ground, but it's just great watching Dhoni do all these things.
Give it the side on, please.
There's a good chance the batsman would have made it. I love the way he lets the ball go at the stumps.
That looks okay to me. Be ready with my decision.
As we expected, the batsman made his crease, but some entertainment from Dhoni. That's his domain, that's his territory. He knows exactly where the stumps are. He's been around that place for a long time. So many matches. In all the angles, ball coming and hitting the stumps.
Change in field, because he's been trying to play that inside-out shot. The man goes to deep extra cover. He's going to send a telegram to a bowler every time that he's going to be doing this. Dooley, they're not going to allow him to play too many shots there.
One more look at that. Clever play. Exactly where those stumps are, Dhoni. If it was looking like it just tapped a little glove onto it,